What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Quisballinn, man, and I'm back with another video. And Micah Parsons goes at Skip Bayless once again. Now, guys, I already made a video on this. Please go check that one out. But Micah Parsons hops on the microphone this time and gets in his podcast bag and decides to go at Skip instead of just sending out a tweet. So Micah is definitely still upset with Skip about Skip's tweet, and it really got under his skin. Before we go ahead and get into it, let me just play the audio of what Micah had to say on this podcast.
Trying to say this in like the most nice way possible because of how like I truly feel. You got analysts and guys like Skip that just talk so crazy out on the media just because they can. Skip, I've never once asked you to hype me up or do anything like that. You did that because you saw what I was doing on the field. I've never want you to jump on my coattail. You're the one that wanted me on your show to come speak on your show, and I wanted to do my own route because of your bad ties and who you are. I did not want to be partnered with you. And that's just point blank simple. So you could drive whatever narrative, whatever you want to be, but a person who's been all pro for 3 years and however you want to put it, I guess I am not that guy and I got to do more to be a guy. Whatever narrative that drives your boat, whatever you want to fit.
So on my last video about this, at the end of that video, I questioned and I was wondering why, when it was announced that Micah Parsons would be a recurring guest on Skip and Shannon's Undisputed, why did that fall through? Why did that never happen? Well, I guess Micah answers it here in this clip that you just heard. Micah Parsons says, I didn't want to go on that show because of your bad ties and because of who you are. So I'm assuming it was a personal issue he had with Skip. And maybe some people around him said, hey, man, don't go on this show. We don't like Skip. So Micah is saying Skip, his reputation is not a good one, and he didn't want to be attached to it. Now, my pushback and my question for Micah, you're saying all this now after the fact, but why did you agree to go on the show in the first place if Skip had a bad reputation, if Skip had bad ties, and you didn't want to be attached to his name? Why did you agree to be a participant in his show before? Did you not do your research and know what type of guy he was at that point, and you're just now finding out? I don't know. Seems a little bit fishy, but to really analyze Micah's comments, Micah, I can see what you're saying, but at the end of the day, you have to treat Skip just like a fan, man. I know he's in the media, he has a voice, his opinions, his statements get a lot of viewership, of course. But take a page out of LeBron James' book. Skip has been critical of LeBron James his entire career for over 20 years. And LeBron has never mentioned the guy. And I think that's what hurts Skip the most, that he's just being ignored as if he's just insignificant. Because truthfully, Micah, his opinion should be insignificant to you, but we can see that is not because you went on a rampage, tweeting and cussing them out, and now you're going on podcasts speaking on them again. You cannot let guys like Skip Bayless get into your head, man. We know you have the talent to perform at a high level on the field. We've seen it. But you have to understand is whether it's Skip or someone else, there's going to be critics when you finish playoff games with one tackle and zero sacks. I don't think Skip was attacking your talent level. I think because of your talent level, he expected you to perform better. Maybe you guys are doing this to get numbers on YouTube. I don't know. A lot of this beef be fake nowadays, so I can never really tell. But I just like bringing it to y'all to get y'all opinions on it since everybody in the world be talking about this stuff. But Skip clearly cut Micah deep with his tweet, saying that he does podcasting best, undermining his skill at the game of football, but Micah goes and proves him right by continuously getting on podcasts, getting on a microphone, and discussing Skip Bayless. And I don't want to sound wrong when I say this because I don't view anyone like this. But for a guy like Micah, who's putting in the work, he's practicing every week, he's going out in battle to play these games with his brothers, with his teammates. You should view Skip Bayless' opinion as worthless. If you know the work you're putting in, don't let this get under your skin so much, man. And I think this is the sad thing that I'm seeing with Micah. In my last video, guys, that I made about Micah and Skip's beef, I saw that a lot of y'all actually came to Skip Bayless' defense. And that says a lot. You guys were holding Micah Parsons accountable, saying he didn't perform and that he should expect criticism. And I can't disagree with you guys for saying that. And I'm just saying, if a guy like Skip can get under your skin like this, man, what can another football player on the opposing team do? Because just going back and forth with Skip just isn't worth it, man. It's not worth it at all. I think by this point, you've got your point across. You already called the man lame. And in these most recent comments that I just played, you tried to clean it up, but it's clear you were affected by what Skip thought about you and your football team. And that just shouldn't be the case in my eyes. We'll see if Skip responds. I'm sure he will. He'll probably go on his podcast and respond so he can run his numbers up. Who knows? But that's all I got for this video, man. I want y'all to drop in the comments and let me know, what do y'all think about Micah's comments on Skip Bayless, basically saying that he didn't go on his show because Skip has a bad reputation, and also saying that Skip basically just runs narratives. And Micah says, look, I'm an all pro, man. I do this. You just sit over there and talk. Let me know what y'all think, man. Make sure you hit the like button and make sure you hit the subscribe. Hey, man, I'm grateful for everybody who's watching the videos. And hey, I'm out of here. Peace.